Civility in Iowa. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. The Quad City Times last week printed an editorial cartoon depicting Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, an Indian American born in Ohio. The banner behind the Ramaswamy character read, "Quad City Republicans welcome anti-woke crusader Vivek Ramaswamy." So far, so good. Now, the person behind the podium bore no resemblance to Ramaswamy, but no matter. The rest of the cartoon, however, did not just cross the line of good taste, it obliterated the line. Dozens of chairs were seen in an audience area, but only 3 people were depicted, each wearing a baseball cap, probably a MAGA cap, and shouting at the stage. "Muslim," one shouted. "Show us your birth certificate," cried another, while the third said, "Get me a slushie, Apu," a reference to a convenience store clerk character in The Simpsons TV show. The birth certificate comment was apparently a reference to criticisms made back then of Barack Obama. As for the Muslim comment, Ramaswamy is a Hindu who attended Catholic school. Now, the cartoon appeared last Wednesday, and the next day the candidate tweeted the following. "It's sad that this is how the mainstream media views Republicans. I've met with grassroots conservatives across America and never once experienced the kind of bigotry that I regularly see from the left." Well, the paper has now issued an apology and retraction. The paper's executive editor said the cartoon, while intended to criticize racist ideas and epithets, uses a phrase that is racist and insensitive to members of our Indian American community. It called publication of the cartoon an oversight and said it has severed ties with the cartoonist. Ramaswamy, in response, sent a letter to the paper reading, "I accept the apology and let's cordially move on. I'd be happy to talk to the cartoonist offline, too. I'm empathetic to people who make mistakes once in a while. Let's not go further or see people get fired over it. The cartoonist should in no way be canceled. We are all human. The apology is sufficient and well received." Unquote. Talk about taking the high road. Do you know how many people had to see that cartoon and approve of it before it made it into the newspaper? Certainly a few at least. To the candidate's point, apparently that's how management at the Quad City newspaper sees Republicans in its home area. Wonder how many Republicans will now think twice before renewing their Quad City Times subscriptions, because the paper's true colors were shown, even in a black and white cartoon. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Tuesday, June 27 on Twitter, Instagram, Getter, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.